here, welcome to the shed, welcome to part 16 of the SV650 rebuild. Hope you all had a good Christmas and Santa brought you everything you wanted. I'm very bar humbug, so I'm not really that fussed, to be honest. But hey, let's continue with the build. Now I've taken a completely different route to what I was thinking in the first place. I really don't like the twin headlight front end. I was trying to make it look like this, but it just hasn't worked. So I'm now maybe looking at single headlight, drop handlebars, Ducati exhaust and maybe the RGV 250 back end. So with that in mind, I've bought myself a new headlight, going LED, and this one is actually UK approved. Now I was mating this up with a retro headlight. It said RD250, but it's a 7-inch retro headlight basically. So I removed the headlight itself from the bezel, and then basically the LED one is just a straight swap. Just make sure obviously that you get it in the right place. Put 3 spring clips, pop the old one out, pop the new one in, and that was it. Had to cut the wires for the side light because the SV has like an inbuilt side light. Again, nothing really to worry about, just 2 wires. So cut them off, stripped the wires back, fitted a couple of spade connectors and then connected it straight onto the Suzuki loom. Once it was all wired up, the only thing left to do really was just try it, see if it worked, and it doesn't look bad actually. I mean, I think every Tom, Dick and Harry's gone and fitted one of these to their calf racer projects, so it's nothing different, nothing new really, which upsets me a little bit because I do like being slightly different. I am waiting for a couple of headlamp brackets to come. I've ordered them for a 400 Bandit because apparently they've got 41mm forks, the same as the SV650 and the CBR 600. So when they come, I'll fit those on and fit the headlight and see what it looks like. And then the only other thing I've got to worry about are the clocks and getting them to fit somehow. Again, might go back to these digital clocks again. We'll see, we'll see. Quick update on the headlight brackets. Fitted the Bandit ones and they don't actually fit very well at all. So I've ordered some pattern ones, just waiting for them to arrive now. Also bought a Puig or Puig, whatever you want to call it, front screen, and I'll fit that when I get the new headlight brackets through. I ran a small poll over Christmas, not that type, numpty, to see what look people wanted, and it's fairly unanimous, so it looks like we're going to go with the single headlight. Right, you're going to have to excuse me, I'm actually full of cold at the moment. Bought some new handlebars because I wanted to fit some bar end indicators, and the SV650 won't let me do that because the handlebars are solid. So I took them out of the box, had a look at them. They do seem to be fairly good quality. They've got a 1-inch lift on them as well. One problem I did find was that the actual indicators wouldn't fit in the hole at the end of the handlebars, so I've had to just trim the rubber off on the indicators themselves. They do look quite snazzy, these indicators, so hopefully they will look quite nice once they're on the bike. I'll probably still use the LED rear indicators on the SV, and I have ordered some ballast load resistors because I know that the indicators are going to flash really fast, so I need something just to drop it down to make them flash at the proper rate. So I drilled a hole in the end of the plastic housing to allow the indicator wires to come through. Now, as you can see, these indicators have got 3 wires. We've got a red, a black and a yellow. This did baffle me at first, but when I wired them up, I found out that if you use the black and the red, the light shines white, and if you use the black and the yellow, then the light shines orange, as per an indicator. I then centre punched the bar for the locating pin on the throttle and the clutch side, and drilled a hole in each one. This is so that the throttle and the clutch switchgear obviously will sit in the right place. It's not the warmest again outside in the shed, but at least it's bearable at the moment, a lot better than it was, as you can see by the condensation on the forks. And I'm using some shrink wrap to make the wires look a lot better and a lot cleaner once they're on the bike. So really all that was left to do was to try them, see if they worked, and they do, so that'll do for me. I have ordered some digital clocks, so I'm just waiting for them to arrive. Should be within the next couple of days, hopefully, if the Royal Mail don't mess us about again. And then I've got the fun of trying to rewire all that lot up, but there's plenty of videos on YouTube, and I've got a wiring diagram anyway, so that'll do. Right from day one are these 2 small brackets for the front mudguard. Priced them up on Suzuki's website, and no wonder bikes get written off so easily. I've worked out that per ounce they're actually more expensive than buying silver bullion. Been going on from day one about having a different speedo. Well, this is it, cheap Chinese one. The wiring diagram wasn't the best, I must admit, so this is going to be a bit of fun. Also a few other little goodies turned up, so got these for the indicators, hopefully that'll slow them down. And some nice bar end mirrors. These are quite good quality really, they only cost 10 quid for the pair. They're obviously going to be bit pants when you're looking behind you, but hey, we'll see, time will tell. So I've now got a few bits to play with. Be getting out in the shed soon. I'm feeling quite a bit better now, to be perfectly honest. So fingers crossed it'll be onwards and upwards with the rebuild. Okay, well, a week's passed. Got a few bits and pieces come through. It's warmer, I'm feeling a heck of a lot better, so it's time to move on. Found this on eBay, fairly cheap as well. It does need a little bit of work, I must admit. Somebody's put a bit of piping around the outside of it, but that shouldn't matter really, because it's all going to be resprayed at the end of the day, so I'll have to touch it up anyway. So, got myself a little seat hump, which was fairly inexpensive. Nice easy fit as well. At the end of the day, all you need to do is unlock the rear seat unit, take the seat off and plonk the plastic bit on, and it's sorted. Okay, so I thought I'd give the clock a go, see what I can sort out with this thing. So bought myself some of these little key things for taking out the electrical contacts. They seem to work alright, they're not too bad. Did struggle a little bit with a couple of them where the wires broke, but at the end of the day I'm going to end up cutting them all anyway. I was trying to be quite professional doing this, but people know me anyway. Wasn't called one of the Botchit brothers for nothing. At this point, this is where I'm starting to work out which wire goes where, and I've sorted out where the switched neutral is and the live, and hey presto, we have power. I know this is going to take some time, so I'm going to leave the video here, and I'll just say thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next instalment. Probably swearing about wiring, about it not being a dark art.